we have an old school moment for this hair video, please? It's not really a hair video, but I suppose it is a hair video. I don't know. I wanted to try my heated rollers out on my short hair. This is going to sound like an oxymoron, but my short hair, now it's grown out long enough to play with a little bit. And I thought if this was 2012, I'd have filmed it and I'd probably go one step further. And now we're doing a voiceover and this just feels, it just feels very, very old school. So after the quasi tutorial that we're going to go through now, I'll come on and we'll have a bit of a morning after chat with you while I try and reshape the slept on bird's nest into a second day hairstyle. But for now, here we are. I'm trying to do this kind of retro curls. I'm using the L'Oreal Technique Art Ply Spray, which is a bit like mousse. It's like a thermal styling product. But honestly, if I'd been able to find my kind of mousse, I'd have just used that. I blasted my hair with heat protectant from Dry Bar before I did this too. Just FYI, because I know someone will ask. The idea that I was going for was kind of retro. And I hate to say retro, because I don't mean retro like you think I mean retro. I mean the 90s. It's actually a long time ago now, technically retro. That 90s supermodel curly bob. You know what I mean, like that. They always had tousled, sexy hair, they were supermodels, but it was very, a bob was very 90s, and they made it work in loads of different styles, so I kind of wanted to have fun with my hair while it's short, and this was my jumping off point, like a tousled, imagine curls if Victoria's Secret models had bobs. That's kind of what I was going for. What I think I ended up with was more 1940s retro, and that informed the makeup, but you'll see that in a minute. I mixed up the curls a little bit because where I would usually turn them all I'd turn them all away from my face usually, which is, feel like this is what everyone's always told us to do. All the curls go away from your face. Maybe for beach curls, it's you do one forwards, one. I never liked that. I just like them all uniform and it's more like a kind of glamour wave. I didn't do that because I wanted it to kind of fall out to be that tousled, kind of slept in / undone type blowout. So I tried to, although they were still kind of away from my face, I tried to make them all facing down, so kind of rolling down. That was the idea. But bear in mind, it's very important that you know, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Once they were all in and I was feeling suitably glamorous, does anybody else feel glamorous in rollers, or is it just me? Because it's really not a look, is it? The psychology of that does not track. But for some reason, put rollers in my hair, I feel very feminine and glamorous. I let them cool while I did my makeup and failed to decide what I was going to wear for the evening. And I can't lie to you, when I was taking those rollers out, I was worried. It was not filling me with confidence at all. I was really seeing kind of a Shirley Temple vibe unfold, and that was not on my vision board for the evening. And I was even more nervous because at the time I had maybe 10 minutes to finish getting ready before we were leaving. There was no time to fix this if it went bad. It would have had to be all scraped back into a bun. So when I finally bit the bullet and ran my fingers through the curls, it was really a moment of trust in the process because I wasn't sure if it was just going to end up being one big frizz ball. Honestly, I still kind of wonder what it would have been like if I just fully brushed it through, if it would have ended up being kind of almost like a finger wave type thing, again, a glamour wave, rather than individual curls or it being tousled. Would it have been more? I might do this again. I think this would be fun. Maybe this is another video, but I zhuzhed it a little bit. I added some sadly now discontinued Oilicious spray from Got To Be. Why they did this, I don't know, but I need to find a replacement. For definition and to smooth the endless frizz. I always use that when I curl my hair because I just end up with just frizz, just a halo of frizz all over my hair, and that really helps. And then I flipped it around a little bit until I found the right placement for the curls. Hairspray really helped here, and I didn't expect it to, but they were easier to kind of mould into place once I whacked a load of L-net on. Really, really helped. So if you are in this exact same position, especially if you've got short hair, the hairspray really did it saved the day at the last minute. It helped me kind of place everything where I wanted it to be. Once I saw the vintage vision in front of me that I had created, a red lip was the only option. And like I say, that informed the rest of my outfit because I don't have a lot that goes with red. And so this is what I wore. Although it wasn't perfect, I'd absolutely give that another go. And if I can iron out the kinks, no pun intended, I'll share again. Maybe we'll do kind of more of it. Maybe we'll do a four hairstyles in one video. Oh man, that really will be 2012. The morning after, the hair, I have clipped it up obviously, but the hair's held up. the hair has held up. I'm not sure about the face. I'm going to put a little bit of makeup on. Where is the full one of these? I've actually been doing really well using things up. Yesterday I used a foundation that was, I mean, I think I've talked about this because when I did my declutter of the foundations, there was one that's like a CC BB cream, and I said I wasn't sure whether or not it was breaking me out or not. And I used it last night because it's so good. It lasts so well. If I apply it in exactly the right way, layered with the right products, it is the thing that lasts the longest. And it used to be the Revlon Colour Stay. Revlon Colour Stay was the one that I would say I would use like on a night out. And now it's this. I'll show you what it is if I can find anything. Everything, you know how the whole idea was it was supposed to be tidy. It's not. Seeker Clearing Cream, BB cream from Purito. And the weirdest thing is it's a clearing cream. So I really thought it can't be this that was breaking me out. But I'm going to use it again 2 days in a row and just see. Because I just don't want it in my rotation if that is what it is. So if I use it twice and then don't break out, I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe then. I also really need to clean this beauty blender sponge. Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, whatever it's called. It's not even like super high coverage. It's just, there's the finish. It's coverage enough. You can build it if you want. I just really, really like it. I'm not going to do anything crazy today because, well, mostly because I felt like I was wearing so much makeup last night, which I was wearing so much makeup last night. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I loved it. After a week of feeling rubbish, I wanted to kind of pile it on a little bit and feel awake and like, it's definitely what drew me to the red lip, was I just wanted to feel a little bit bright after a very grey week. But today is Saturday. We're going to go and kind of do some errands and things. We've got to pick up some paint for the guy who's going to do our windows. Really excited about that. We had our windows done ages ago and they were just terrible. Everything about it was terrible. The colour that I picked ended up being like, I don't even know if it was the same colour that I picked because it looked completely different. The people who did it just did a terrible job. Just everything. And we've needed them redoing for ages. Lee's found someone who can do it and do it properly. So we don't have UPVC windows because our estate, I think it was something to do with it being, it was almost like a wildlife preserve-y type thing. It's not a wildlife preserve, clearly, but it was, I think it was something to do with like the regulations of how much wildlife lived in the area before they knocked all of the trees down and built housing, that they could only use so much material that wasn't natural. This could be a complete lie. So if this tracks with anyone and you've heard of anything like this, let me know. But I think I heard that was the reason that we have wooden windows, that's like a natural material. And that makes sense to me. Where is my mascara? I can't find anything. Looking for the mascara, got it. Looking for the lash curlers, which are where? No idea. I haven't finished my declutter yet. I'm putting it off because it's overfacing. Oh, there it is. Right in front of me. It's overfacing me because the next thing is either lips. That's going to be a full day of my life when we come to do that. Or palettes. I might do palettes and just like get that one boxed off. And then it's just lips. Lips might have to be multiple videos. It's because I want to swatch everything. It might have to be multiple videos. We'll see. But because of that, I haven't organised my drawer of makeup yet. So it's still a little bit of a disorganised mess. I also bought a few makeup bits the other day that at some point I may do a haul if I feel like I have enough of the things. But I'm not specifically buying things to do a haul. One of them was a new one of these mascaras. I think it's going to be the next haul type thing that I do like that is going to be like repurchases, all repurchases, because once I've decluttered everything and I know what I really like, I'll know, number one, what I've actually got left, what do I actually need to replace, and what can just be replaced with something else that I've got, and what is like, oh no, I finished that and I really didn't find something else that worked as well. I feel like that is going to be beauty hauls from me moving forward, because I'm just not interested in trying new things. I just want to use things that I know work. And that is me right now. Oh, do you know what else? I need to buy another one. You know, the triangle sponges. I need to buy another one of those because I think I've left it in a handbag at some point. And handy as that is, I actually really like it for this point of my makeup. I saw someone at some point talk about baking over, like, I would say over 35. And whenever I ever say anything about age, people are like, it's not that old, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. But there is a difference in skin texture, and there is a difference. Even the difference between 25 and 30, 35 and 40, whatever. There's a difference in skin texture, and you can actually tell while you're putting on your makeup. So this is not an ageist thing. This is like, there is a difference in when we're putting on our makeup. We can feel it. So she was saying, you press on a thin layer of loose powder in the places that you want the powder. So I would do like T-zone, here in the eyes, here, chin, kind of down my nose, and then do the baking afterwards. And that makes it not really kind of cakey and clumpy and horrible. I'm into it. That's kind of how I do it. If I was going on a night out like yesterday, that is how I do it. I also used the I went full throttle. I also used all-nighter last night. So let's see the actual second day hair. I think I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my hands. This bit, I couldn't stop touching the front of my hair. So this was a problem. But I think that the overall, I really like it. Initially, when I first took it out of the rollers, I was like, ooh, mistakes have been made. But the kind of overall look I was going for was like 90s supermodel. I think I went a bit more retro than that. I think once I kind of saw it all, I was like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm in the 50s. But the vibe I was going for was more like short-haired 90s supermodel. And I'm thinking maybe morning after curls might do, but it's like really, you know, as you scrunch and it like feels like it's gaining volume. That's happening right now. I think maybe I could do with putting a curl in the front of this. Maybe that's what this needs, because this is very flat now. But do I just lay it on the top? Maybe. Do I? I really don't want to put it behind my ear. No, that's not the move. But then can it just be there? And then the rest of it is curls, and then that's just not. No, that looks like almost emo, doesn't it? Curly everywhere, straight fringe. That's not it either. They should fix it. While I decide what I'm going to do. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do lip balm. My lips are so dry. Never ever had drier lips than this week, which all makes sense because I'm dehydrated, I suppose, but still. I got changed while I was waiting for this to cool. It's not 100% cool. And it should be. It should be. How do you guys feel about rollers in general? I can't explain why, but I feel like it's less effort to put rollers in my hair than it is to curl my hair. And I quite like the thing of putting rollers in my hair. I like the actual putting the rollers in my hair. I like having the rollers in my hair. The whole thing feels very feminine, maybe? I think maybe it's from movies. I love rollers. I love them. Oh, do you know what? That's still quite hot. Let me just make sure I unplugged the right plug. No, I did. I did unplug the right... Did I unplug the right plug? I did. It's fine. It's fine. I was not sure for a second there. Okay, yeah. I think that solves the problem. Problem, really. Yeah. Give it a bit of a glamour curl in the front. That'll do it. I think, well, my hair, because as my hair's been growing out a little bit, I've been wanting to do some more stuff with it. Like, I've got a little bit more hair to play with now. and had to move where the mic was because it was pulling my dress down, still pulling my dress down. I really like this kind of retro-y kind of curly bob. Love it. Honourable mentions to a certain few products. The Technicart Ply Spray, is this called? I really... Stop saying I really like this. I would say this is kind of like a spray mousse. Similar kind of vibe. It's a thermal... a thermal... my words escape me all the time. And I need a filler word. And I'm going to have to think of one that's not styling product. This is no longer available. And I'm going to have to find an alternative because there is hardly any left. Oh, I should put it next to the mic. There's hardly any left. It's the Oilicious Weightless Dry Oil Mist. I've had this for years. The amount that I use is so small, just on the end, and especially with curls. It makes all the difference. And then, could be a drinking game. Moroccan oil, which I'm now pretty much just using for styling. So this last little bit will will last me for a while. I was using it on the lengths of my hair when it was long, and now I'm kind of just using it at times like this. Today, we're going to go and pick out some new paint, like I said, or pick up some paint for the guy. We've already picked it out. Pick it up for the guy to come and do the windows and doors, and we are going to take Milo to football. He's joined a football team now, and today he gets to this is actually getting a little bit out of hand. This is what he says. Speaking of out of hand, the football is getting out of hand. He's going to do a signing. He holds up a shirt and signs something to be in the club. It's just like an after school activity. This has gotten out of hand, but he's really keen, and so we're excited to go and see him do that today. All that is to say, I feel very dressed up for the things that we're going to do. And then probably have a nap on the sofa, honestly.